Good morning, students. Today we are going to start chemistry of alkenes of unit number 13, hydrocarbons. So first type of unsaturated compounds, that is alkenes. So today we start chemistry of alkenes. So you all already know that alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons which containing a carbon-carbon double bond in their molecule. The general formula is CnH2n. Is a general formula of alkenes. So the simplest member of alkene is ethene, whose two carbon present in this molecule. So the alkenes are also called olefins. The Greek word olephant meaning oil forming. So these are the oil forming components. So that's why they are also called olefins. So because the large members of series such as ethylene, propylene react with chlorine to form a oily product. That's why they are called olefins. Next we discuss the structure of double bond. So we know that there is a double bond present between two carbon-carbon atom and 3 orbital of carbon is hybridized, and there is a sp2 hybridization. Each carbon in ethene molecule, each carbon atom bonded sp2 hybridized orbital with each other to form a sigma bond, and the unhybridized p orbital overlap sidewise to form a pi bond. And there are 2 sigma bonds with hydrogen of each carbon atom, so to form a single bond. So there are 3 single bonds of each carbon atom and 1 double bond formed with other carbon atom. So the bond angle between carbon and hydrogen is 116.6 degree and CCH bond angle is 121.7 degrees Celsius, and the bond length between carbon and hydrogen, that is 110 and 134 picometer in carbon-carbon double bond. Clear? So this pi bond is called banana bond also, because there is a upper cloud as well as a lower cloud. Above the plane and below the plane there is a cloud of electron. So what is the nature of double bond? The carbon-carbon double bond known as ethylenic double bond made up of sigma and pi bond. The sigma bond is strong. So the bond dissociation enthalpy for sigma bond is 397 kilojoule per mole, but pi bond is weak, so having dissociation enthalpy 284 picometer. So sigma bond side to side or head to head overlapping, and pi bond formed by sidewise overlapping. Clear? So this is clear throughout the diagram. This topic we already discussed in 4th unit also. Next we discuss nomenclature of alkenes. The all rules are same, but there we consider a double bond, so that's why we use primary suffix "ene". This molecule is common name is ethylene, otherwise its IUPAC name is ethene. Its common name is propylene and its IUPAC name is propene. Prop means 3 carbons, ene. So here butene, here it is called alpha butylene because this carbon is alpha, here beta, it's gamma. So here it's a beta, alpha beta. So butylene. So this is a 2-ene. So its name is but-2-ene because second carbon is double bond. Clear? So the rule I repeat. The IUPAC system, alkenes and name similar to alkane, but the longest chain should be include both carbon atoms of double bond. So that long chain we consider, and we use suffix as a "ene". The chain is numbered from the end, that gives lower number to first carbon atom of the double bond. If there are 2 or more double bond, we write diene, triene or tetraene like this. It's a propene, but-1-ene, but-2-ene, or its name is alpha butylene, it's beta butylene, that is common name. So here we start numbering from here, 4-methyl pent-2-ene. So these are the names. Next, isomerism in alkenes. So it show 2 types of isomerism, that is structural and geometrical isomerism. First, structural isomerism, and we know that it show a chain and position isomerism. In case of chain isomerism, the isomer differ with respect to chain of carbon atom. It's may be linear or a branch. It's a but-1-ene, it's a 2-methyl propene or isobutylene. or isobutylene. And position isomer, the position of double bond may be changed. In this case but1-ene, in this case but2-ene. Clear? So in this way we show the position isomer. Next type of isomerism, that is geometrical isomerism. The compounds which have same structure formula but differ in spatial arrangement of atoms or a group of atoms about the double bond. About the double bond, that is called geometrical isomerism. In this case, the spatial arrangement of atoms and group of atoms differ in two structures that are called geometrical isomerism. What is the reason behind geometrical isomerism? Double bond consists of sigma and a pi bond. Due to presence of pi bond, the group or atoms attached to sp2 hybridization carbon atom which cannot rotate about it. So they can do so only by breaking pi electron cloud and require order of energy 284 kilojoule. Because if there is a double bond or triple bond, the rotation around the free rotation is not possible. So therefore the rotation about double bond is restricted or hindered, और रुकावट create करते हैं. So because of this hindered or restricted rotation, the molecule type C2, A2, B2 accept two space isomer which are called isomers, geometrical isomer. For example, there is no free rotation because double bond restrict the rotation. So in this case, if A both components are on same side or adjacent to each other, so that is called cis. If they are opposite or diagonally to each other, that is called a trans isomer. If both these are on same side, that are called cis molecule. If these are opposite side, these are called trans, corresponding to the double bond. Clear? So if lie same side, that are called cis isomer. If opposite side, that are called trans isomer. So what are the conditions for geometrical isomerism? There are main conditions for isomerism. The molecule must have a double bond. First condition, molecule must possess the double bond, and the two atoms or groups attached to the same carbon atom must be different. Not all atoms are same like this. These are same side, these are opposite side. But in this case, 3 hydrogen atom attached, so but only one different. In this case, no cis and trans isomer. These are same. But in this case, it's a cis isomer, it's a trans isomer. In this case, this is a cis, it's a trans. In geometrical isomerism, they have also different physical properties, but their chemical properties are similar but not identical. Remember this thing. So on the basis of distinction of physical property like a melting point, boiling point, solubility, dipole moment, refractive index, stability are differ from trans isomer. So cis isomer is more polar than trans isomer, because the dipole of cis dichloroethane is 1.90 D, while trans form is almost 0. In case of cis, they both are on same side because dipole moment moves towards them. But in this case, they are attract opposite to each other, so they cancel affect each other, because bromine also attract the electron from carbon and thus bromine also attract the carbon but from opposite side. So that's why they cancel the effect of each other, because both atoms are same. But in this case, attraction not opposite, because they attach on same side. That's why cis isomer have more polar as compared to trans isomer, or you can say cis isomer has more dipole moment as compared to trans isomer. So dipole moment of cis to but2-ene is 0.35 D, while dipole moment of but2-ene is almost 0, because but2-ene is a non-polar, trans but2-ene. So the dipole moment direction in cis molecule, in that is same side, but in this case they are opposite to each other, that side is almost 0 dipole moment. Similarly in this case. Clear? So cis isomer also have higher boiling point than trans isomer due to presence of molecules and dipole moment, dipole interaction, that's why its boiling point is more. So in case of solids, trans isomer has higher melting point than cis isomer. Why? जबकि boiling point cis isomer दा ज़्यादा as compared to trans, but this may be attributed to better symmetry and they are tightly bound with each other because trans solid, because both bulky groups are on opposite side, that's why they are tightly or closely packed throughout the lattice. That's why trans isomer have high melting point than cis isomer, and cis isomer have higher refractive index than trans. The stability of trans isomer is more stable as compared to cis isomer because both bulky groups are opposite side, that's why they are stable in nature. Next type, that is E and Z system for geometrical isomer. When there are 3 or 4 different groups attached to carbon atoms of double bond, then it is difficult to assign cis or trans designation to isomer. So to overcome this problem, a general system of geometrical isomer are called E and Z system. So E and Z system is based on the assignments of priority of atoms or a group of atoms attached to the carbon of double bond. So the priorities can be assigned on the basis of rule given by Kahn in Gold and Prelog. These rules are: if the 4 atoms attached to the double bonded carbon atoms are different, priority depends upon the atomic number. Priority depends upon the atomic number. The atom with the higher atomic number gets highest priority. For example, if 4 atoms attached to fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine to carbon double bonded atom, so the priority first number given to iodide, then bromide, then chloride, then fluoride. If 2 isotopes of same element are present, the isotope of higher mass gets higher priority. For example, deuterium gets priority than hydrogen atom. If 2 atoms are identical, the atomic number of next atom are considered for priority. For example, methyl or ethyl. So ethyl group gets priority as compared to methyl group. So where there is a double bond or triple bond, both atoms are considered to be duplicated or triplicated. For this, it form a duplicated, this form a triplicated. Clear? So here it's first number, it's second, third, fourth. So priority chlorine ਦੀ ज़्यादा है fluorine नालों, iodine ਦੀ bromine नालों, इन्ना दोनों चो. So it means it's a Z system. If the 2 higher priority groups are on same side, they are both are same side, that's called Z isomer or Usamen, meaning together. They are together. So if both priority groups are opposite, any one of them, they are called E configuration. They are called E configuration. So if you guys have any query up to this, you can call me or through message you clarify your doubt. Thank you.